Welcome back, everyone. Here we are for another live coin reveal. However, this time around, I've got a little bit of correction to make. I used the wrong flip inserts for the last one. See, this is number 787. It's got coins in it. This is number 787, so I'm going to have to take these out and get them into the flip inserts for number 786. Now, I've gone ahead and sorted all of these so I would know what was going on. And basically what it boils down to is that Eric Beyer had two coins in 786 that were not his. One was Trip Wits and the other one was Eric SFC. Now, the rest of everything was as is, except you will get the same coins, but they won't necessarily be in the same hole. So, for instance, this particular one, here's my empty 786 is going to be number 24. And my full 787 was number 17. So coin number 17, which went to Chubby Pop Chaser, goes into number 24, which goes to Chubby Pop Chaser. So everybody gets the same coins. They just don't get the same number exactly. Okay, Robert, I checked and I did not have an email for you before I started the broadcast. So we're going to have to wait here until I can get this broadcast finished. I've got a super mess on my hands right now, so as soon as I can get this done, I'll respond to you. As soon as I can get this and the broadcast finished. So we're just going to kind of sit and chit-chat for a little while I get this situated, get it straightened out. I will do it before I start the broadcast because the flips I need to use are in this pile, and I can't continue until I get everything switched. So basically what happened is the last reveal I used the 787 flips instead of the 786 flips. What that produced was a list of people receiving coins that was all correct except for Eric Beyer. Eric Beyer doesn't get any coins in this one. This one here is going to go to Trip. So what I had for Eric, which was number 38, will now go to Trip under number 20. Good morning, Eric. I am having to swap out flip inserts simply because I made the mistake of using the wrong inserts, and I'm correcting my error before it gets any further. And unfortunately, I used 787 in place of 786, which means that I'm having to fill up the 786 flips so I can use the 787 flips for this particular broadcast. So it took me another 10 minutes to get this done, then we'll get started. So I am here for responses, answers, whatever might come up that you can think of if you need to ask any questions or otherwise. And until then, I'm just going to keep doing this. I have an appointment in 3 days to go to an endocrinologist in Raleigh to speak to them about my diabetes for a VA claim. Yeah, Eric is still without a voice, so you need to have a voice to do this. We don't have AI trained quite yet. We'll get our AI voices trained and get them on these reveals so we don't have to do them, right? My AI voice is going to sound like Raquel Welch. So that'll be confusing. I am actually doing a little bit better day to day than I had been in the past. Over the last 3, 4, 5 months, I have changed my lifestyle, changed a lot about what I do or how I do it. My medication has also changed. And my A1C went from 11.5 to 9.3 in a period of 5 months. So that's actually good, but it is not quite good enough because my A1C needs to get down below 7. Once my AI gets below 7, then I will be okay. I don't know that it will ever go below 7, but that's the shot anyway. Try. Do I sell the big flips that I use for submissions? Typically, I don't use flips for submissions simply because mine are generally bulk submissions which go in tubes. I don't have any of the flips. However, I believe, Eric, tell me if I'm wrong, NGC will be at the Summer Fun Show. Is that correct? If that is correct, I will grab a bunch of those flips when I go to the show in July. They will. Okay. So I'll grab flips when I go back in July and get you the opportunity to be able to do some inserts or some submissions. I'll just tell them I've got friends that do submissions and I need to get flips to them. Question, though, are you an NGC member? Because if you're not an NGC member, you can't do submissions to them directly without paying for the membership. However, I am an authorized NGC dealer and can do submissions from here. I've never actually done it for other people, but I could do it on my paperwork under my member number. I pay for the submission. That's good for you, DC. I'm real happy about that, actually. Seeing that somebody is beating the beast. Robert, any of the apps that show you a value of a coin based on a picture, they're all junk. There isn't one of them that works well. Cinnamon pills, 1,000 milligram a piece. Huh. Isn't 1,000 milligrams a gram? Just asking. Just asking for a friend. But isn't 1,000 milligrams a gram? Hey there, Dan. Good day to you, sir. I just did something that I shouldn't have done there. Something happened. Yeah, I put something back in the wrong holder. There we go. Okay. I gotta pay attention. If I'm not paying attention, I'm gonna get this shit wrong. And if I get it wrong, it's not gonna do me any good. Nope. Right, this goes in here, which goes over there, and this goes here. Now this goes here, and this goes here. Now I've got Mark as my last one to take care of. Coin number 34 goes into coin number 1. And now I can sit and put all these 787 flips in order. Just trying to make certain that I haven't made any mistakes up to now. Checking every one of these flips for a 786 insert. If it has a 786 insert, then that means I am correct. And they do. All have 786, so I'm good on that. They're ready to put the 787 flips in order. .787 flips go in order now. Oh, what you're calling an insert, those are 2x2s. We call them 2x2s because they measure 2 inches by 2 inches. So there's a 30, 30, 30, 20, 50, 40. Trying to get all these in order real quick, and then we'll get back on things. I'm not sure what you're talking about with regard to the fake part. I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm really not paying attention to much of what's going on in the chat right now. I'm trying to get this finished up so we can get started. I'm getting close. 10, 11, 12, 14, and 16 are all missing. What did I do there? Oh, wait a minute. That's what I did. Let's see. 47, 42, 26, 39, 32, 14, 44, 27, 16, 29, 48, 35, 36, 12, 24, 6, and 18. How come I didn't notice that with number 6? 1, 2. Oh, I was missing number 3 as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All right, there's that. This becomes a mess when you make a mistake like this, and messes are really hard to clean up when it takes this kind of concentration and reorganization. Basically what happened was 786 was our last reveal, and I accidentally used the holders for 787 in 786. Well, if that were any other problem, I might be able to correct it off, out in my own, and nobody would ever really have to care. But because I used the flips for this broadcast in our previous broadcast, I have to correct it before I can move forward. So, that's what's going on. No issues. The only difference between that one and this one is that in that one, Eric Beyer had 2 coins that were not actually his. He had 2 coins. One belonged to Trip Witt. The other one belonged to Eric Sergeant First Class. So, that is what happened there. And we are back in order and ready to move forward. This one is revealed for number 787 for a 1953D tube roll. This one right here. I'm going to open it up and get it out, and we're going to get started. This is a pretty coin on the top here. I hope this has 50 coins in it, because I don't think I've counted these. We'll find out. Coin number 1 for Stan Horn. Stan Horn. What do we have here? A little minor RPM, it looks like. Got a minor upper split. Decent looking little RPM. We're going to pull this out. There is a gouge between the G and O of God. And we'll be able to identify this particular repunch mint mark next time we run into one. Okay, let me read what Robert's been saying here, because I don't know. A picture of the coin gives you an approximate value, showed 1941 D not in great shape, and it said value 1200. Fake. Yes. I remember in the old days when a kid was like over 50 years ago, they had little cardboard inserts. Okay, those are called 2x2s. Stapled holders are called 2x2s. Oh, he's heading out. If you maybe 4 or 5 of those 2005 Lincoln pennies, I got them from the State House and multiples of his cabin. Really cool. Those are 2009s. Yeah, 2009s. Okay, we're good. Ready to go. Coin number 2 for Taco John here. I don't know whether I'm ready to call that an RPM. Take a look at a few of these reverses, even though there are no known double die reverses for 1953 D Lincoln cents. Doesn't hurt to look once in a while. No, Oldest, you didn't miss it. You just missed me being a dummy. Used the wrong inserts for the previous show. James Valley, coin number 3. Oh, look at that. There is a nice RPM right there. Very nice looking RPM. Beautiful North RPM. I do not know which one this one is. I'm not familiar. But there is one right there. And we're going to put that in its own stack. Coin number 4 now. Mark Thomas gets coin number 4. And what do we have? Another minor RPM. This one's got a split to the south on the upper serif. Another pretty nice one. A little RPM there. Let's check the reverse and see if there's any doubling on the reverse. I don't believe we're going to run into any doubling on the reverse on any of these because, well, 1953D just isn't one of those issues where we find double dies generally, but it could happen. Eric says he thinks this is number 11. That could be cool. I don't even know that I have a number 11. Coin number 5 now goes to Frosty. And Frosty will pick up. Now, this one looks like a normal coin. Yep, got that big dot behind the Y in Liberty. It's a normal coin. I'll flip it back over and I'll show you what I was talking about. Is that right there? That big dot up above the Y? I think that's on coin number 2 here. Let's check and see. Where's the coin? There we go. Yep. Same die as coin number 2 is a normal coin. So coin number 6 now, Jim Fletcher. So far we have only found one die that is not an RPM. Well, this looks like it matches. Second coin, or the coin number 4, I'm sorry. Coin number 4 that we pulled off just recently. So that one will go in its own holder and be paired with number 4. Now coin number 7. This one for Brad. Let's see what we got for Brad. Well, we've got a really pretty well-struck earlier dice date coin here, but we don't have anything going on here on the obverse. Let's check the reverse of this one. Never know that we could possibly discover something new. It's worth taking a quick peek anyway. And nothing. Nothing there. Varieties for Brad, so that one goes in the pock. 8 now. Sissy. Let's see what Sissy gets. Not really much of anything there. Little tiny bit of an upper split serif. Wait a minute, what do we have here? I, That looks like could be an upper eyelid thing going on there. We'll keep this one out and let Eric take a better look at it. That's where I'm going with that one for now. Looks like a split going north on the eyelid. Number 9, Farm Dog. Another one of the early die state coins. This one's got warts. Turns out to not be anything. Now number 10. Mr. Jim. Let's see what Mr. Jim gets. Oh, nice little split serif, split upper serif RPM there. You can see it hanging out to the left there, just above the upper part of the mint mark. And got nothing else. Nothing else going on with that. You're still in South Dakota. Wow. I hope you're doing okay there in South Dakota. I enjoyed South Dakota when I went there. I thought it was really cool. Of course, I wasn't working either. I was on vacation. Another 53D, and this one is nothing. Number 12 now. Alex. I hope you're doing well, Farm Dog. Hope you're feeling better. Everything's all on the up and up. I can tell you by midsummer you're going to be just fine. You'll be happy you got that surgery. Pain will go down as healing happens. Taco John. Not seeing anything there. What happened to number 14? There it is. Number 14. Now Mickey. Looks like another minor upper split serif. Very minor one. We'll pull that one just in case. Number 15. Stan Horn. Well, not seeing anything here either. So, number 16, Mark. Nothing on that one. Farm Dog, you plan on going to the MNS show? Probably not to work, but just to hang out for a little while. I don't know. We plan on going. So, likely, Mickey and I will be there together. With Robert. And probably Brian. Good. It'd be nice to hang out with you there. We need to plan a dinner. Number 18, Sloppy Stacks. Maybe we can go perhaps to the same place and have the lady with the Adam's apple serve us. Who knows? More odd things have happened. Nothing on this 53D. That's a pretty looking coin, though. Nice early to mid die state. Have to stay in contact with Adam, too, to be sure that Adam is going to be there, so we can be sure to invite him. to go along. Anyone else here who happens to be going to the Missouri Numismatic Society show coming up this month or is it next month? It is. It's next month. It's the weekend after the Florida Fun Show. It'll be next month. Plan on being there, so I'd like to maybe plan a dinner out with everybody. Yep, it's going to be in July. I don't remember which week exactly. I get my dates kind of mixed up sometimes. I've got it written down, but it's on a calendar downstairs. I need to start keeping a calendar upstairs. Number 21 now for Dan McCumber. That looks like an RPM there. That looks like an RPM for Dan. Starts on the 17th. So it's the 17th through the 19th. And it's the one that's the 9th to the 13th, I think, is the fun show in Florida. We'll be there as well, I do believe. Be going to that show. Staying in Orlando for a few days. Sloppy Stacks gets the next coin, number 22. It's another one of those with that upper serif thing going on. Some of these are going to be RPMs and some may not be. This one looks like it's possibly machine doubling. All right, next up, number 23, Alex. Yeah, got nothing here. Now number 24, Otis. Let's see what Otis has. Now after this reveal right here, we're going to have one more at this time of day. Then I will take a break where I will prepare for the auction tomorrow. I should have a list done and ready by the time the reveal show happens this evening at 7 p.m. Auction tomorrow at 7. And I will let you know that I will be doing a mystery pull this week, which you can get involved in anytime you choose. They're $2 a coin and lots of 5 or 10. There's another one. It just tells me that I see so many of these that I don't have any related flat doubling, shelf doubling, and anything else on the coin. It just tells me this has to be an RPM, but we'll find out. Alex gets the next coin. Not enough. Not enough going on. Coin 28 goes to Frosty. Maybe. I'll put this in the maybe pile. Could be, maybe, might be. So is there anyone here who knows that they will be attending the fun show in Florida? Summer Fun in Florida here in just a couple of weeks. Or a few weeks. What is it? Today's the 2nd of June. Next month. Okay, let's go that way. Next month. The Florida Fun Show. If you know you're going to be there, reply with fun. Fun, fun, fun. Till the daddy takes the T-bird away. And if you will be at the Missouri Numismatic Society show the following week, from the 17th to the 19th, you can reply with MO, Missouri. There's another RPM. A little tiny bit of one there. I can do that, Farm Dog. I do believe Eric may still be here, and if you are still here, Eric, I do not have the sheet done yet, but I will have the sheet done after I finish these two reveals. Coin 31. Up next now, who is that? Brad. For coin 31. We'll get you in there, Farm Dog. I appreciate it. I've only got 2 reveals coming up this coming week. That could be a double die. I'm going to have to watch for that to come back up, but that could be a double die. Can't say it with any level of certainty at this moment, but it certainly looks like one. Yeah. Seeing what looks like could be an extra middle to the 3 right there. And then this extra line next to the T certainly looks like. Certainly looks right. You're supposed to go to Tulsa. I don't think we're going to be in Tulsa. Conflicts. Coin number 32 now. Coin number 32. Oops. Who is it? Frosty. For Frosty. Now, see, I got some coins to go back and look through because I wasn't really checking very closely around that T. And, well, there could be other coins belonging to that die in this roll that I'll have to find manually. There's for Frosty, now Sissy. Really minor upper split, but that's not going to be enough. I won't be able to call anything based on that. So normal coin. Number 34 now. Mark. Let's see. That could be an RPM. I'm kind of thinking maybe not, but it could be an RPM. We'll hold it out just for that purpose. Yes, DC. I can do that. Brad. Really minor split upper serif. Nothing else. Number 36, Sissy. Nothing. Number 37, Jim. Be really excited to see another one of those coins pop up that has that thing next to the T, because that really looked like a minor double die that would be listable. Thank you, Brad. Had kind of a rough couple of weeks. I was dealing with a number of different things, including my anxiety. I get that sometimes. And my anxiety keeps me from broadcasting. And yes, I am medicated. Just once in a while, it just overcomes me. I am doing fine, though. I'm not having any health issues, just a little mental fatigue once in a while, you know? Going for sloppy stacks. Let's see what sloppy gets. Nada. Number 41 now. I do appreciate the statement, though, Brad. That really makes me feel better when I've been down on myself for days now because I wasn't doing these broadcasts. And I keep thinking, okay, well, tomorrow I'll get one done. And tomorrow comes and it doesn't happen. And it's a brain thing with me. Sometimes I can do it. Sometimes I just can't. And when I just can't, I would probably just come online and start talking and blabbering and fall asleep or not be able to function, do what I need to do. I have to have kind of a clear mindset to be able to do this. Let's see here. Another one for Eric. Let's see what Eric gets this time around. Well, nothing. Another normal coin. Now number 43. This one will go to Sureg. Sureg at number 43, what do we get? Well, and you would think, you know, someone like me, you can't possibly be getting anxiety. You can't possibly be disabled like that. And I said, well, yeah, actually, I am. There are 50 coins in this roll, so that kind of helps. But I get into periods where I can't broadcast, and it just kind of comes on, and it's almost like writer's block. I just can't seem to speak in a way that I think is appropriate for public consumption, so I just don't do it. Hey, Trip. Good day to you, my man. Paul Hampton. Let's see what Paul gets here. The only person being negatively affected by the little mistake that I made this morning would be Eric Beyer. And I know he understands. Because he had 2 coins in that previous roll that were not his. I had to give them to somebody else. I got Sherman hair all over everything here because I sorted these on the floor. It's the only place I've got enough flat space to do anything like that. No. Nope. Nothing there. That one's for Stan. 4 coins left, folks. Then we'll move on to the 1955 Philadelphia roll. Carl up next. No. Got nothing here. I appreciate that, DC. Thank you very much, sir. Coin number 48 here, Chubby Pop Chaser. I do this because I care. Because I really wish things were always better, but they're not. And when they are better, I take advantage of my ability to help people. And I use it. I don't like being quote-unquote disabled, but it happens. And when it does, sometimes I get ultra depressed. I go into a big bucket of basically wallowing in my own demise. And then I can't do much of anything, can't work, can't broadcast, don't clean up, don't do anything. Pretty much I just sit in a chair and gel for days. And then I get into my mind space where I just can't speak well. this was one of those just can't speak well times. So I wasn't depressed. In fact, I was out pressure washing about, well, an acre worth of privacy fence, getting it ready for sealing. All right, that's the last coin in the roll right there. This is number 50. Got nothing for Jeff Dunn, unfortunately. And here in just a couple of minutes, we'll be moving on over to reveal number 788. That'll be the last one for the daytime hours today. All right, I appreciate it, James. We'll have the reveal show this evening, the reveal show where we will be selling 2 reveals for this coming week. That's all we're going to have this time around. And let's see. Well, nothing else for now. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over to the next show and get started. Everything is good to go. So I'll see you there. Reveal number 788 here in just a few minutes. See you then.